Here we go, just for you. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, no filter. Hi loves, this is BB, Cigar Saint Sister, and welcome to the channel where I am cigar and tobacco aficionado, somewhere between saint and sinner. So let's get started this evening with Beyond the Cigar. If you follow my hashtags across social networking, you will see my hashtag Beyond the Cigar. That just gives my point of view of being an aficionado and living the cigar lifestyle. Again, somewhere between saint and sinner. So this is an evening of conversation here, and I have my cocktail that almost needs to be refilled. Beautiful lighters there, some nasal snuff, and a beautiful cigar. My goodness, where do I begin? We got some great music here. This is Satin Sugar. Hey, sugars. And this is by Ahhhhhhh. And I love the vibe on that. Let me see if I can turn it up a notch. I love it, that whole vibe, and I hope you're vibing with me. So let's get started here with Beyond the Cigar. Got more filming to do, and I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new to the channel, visit all of the other episodes and the visuals and see what you like. I love feedback as well. And then if you have already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're on the fence, then I hope I leap you over the fence to subscribe. So we're going to keep this vibe going because I love this. So, Satin Sugar. Alright, so you know how you have conversations with a bestie or a good friend or, you know, someone who's in your spirit vibe? Well, I was talking about the Ed Hardy lighters. Let's start with the lighters. And I was like, I had a beautiful set, but they somehow got misplaced. You know, sometimes that's how lighters are. You know, and so you're just surprised how people will listen. You know, when you don't think they're listening, but they listen, right? Okay, so here is the beautiful, check it out, beautiful Ed Hardy lighters. And I'm going to pick them up one by one just to show you. The design on that is just so beautiful. I love it. Yeah, maybe if I do open palm, right? That'd be better, BB. Don't want to lose it, though. Check that one out. Just beautiful. The designs are great. I love them. Beautiful designs. And, see? Refillable. Bonus! I love much of Ed Hardy's signature on many things, and I'm feeling these lighters, and they're refillable, and they're just so cute. And I had an old one. I did manage to save one from my old set, but it was different than these because check it out. It lights, just different lights. And I'm gonna see if I can get it back working, but like nothing is happening. Oh gosh, nothing is happening. But that's from my old series. But yeah, I love beautiful lighters for different special occasions. And this right here from the last visual is the Indian Snuff by Blast. I just gotta keep letting that play because that's so super cool. But this is the Blast by Blast by Indian Snuff by Blast. and that's gin and tonic. Ah, and within the nose, because this is Nasal, Snuff, tobacco, and just to give you the packaging on that, this is a 45 gram tin. Look at that. Yeah, I love it. So I got this. I ordered it from Mr. Snuff from the UK, and I'll speak more on that process. But because I'm having a gin and tonic cocktail, cheers. With Bombay Sapphire gin in this, mixed with white peach juice and some nectar. Another swig. So the lighters, they're beautiful, refillable. I love that. I will get into more of my take on the type of butane that I use for my various lighters and stuff like that when I get ready to light my cigars. And so moving on from the snuff, moving on from the lighters, I'm going to come back to the snuff though. I'm going to cut and light this on the next visual. I just want to show you, this is the GURKHA Ghost Spook. Oh yeah, a shorty. And I love incorporating them into my collection, okay? Various vitolas, various sizes. Oh yeah. And what's the cutest thing on this? Oh, is the piggy tail. See that? Show it that way. Show it that way. But that's a better look that way. Right? I love it. So I'm going to cut light and smoke this. But also, getting back to the snuff, because I'm going to have a pinch of the snuff because the bouquet is beautiful, especially with this cocktail here. Gotta have that. And just go from there. So, I somehow misplaced some of the snuff tops that I had. Because I like an elegant way to take my snuff sometimes other than just, see, in the wrist with the music. I'm tripping because I feel so good, and I hope that you feel good too. But I wanted to do the snuff taking more than just the classic way. I wanted to incorporate some more of the tops, and I did. They come in marble texture and porcelain. So before I show you my do-it-yourself, I ordered the snuff tops for a more elegant way to take my snuff than the classic way, and I use both, it just depends. But if I'm out and about, most likely I will use the snuff marble and porcelain tops. So I ordered just the porcelain and the marble tops online, and they came in this box. So let me show you what's in this box. In this box you have the tops. Can you see that? And you have not only the tops, but you have the corks. And then you have the snuff spoons if you want to add them. And see, that's the back of the top. And I'm going to let the music keep on playing. And this is the front of it. So here's what I did. The whole do-it-yourself mode. This is done and done. And I took some super glue and glued the cork. See? And you take the cork part to hold, and that part to pick up the snuff and then sniff. So I have some snuff down in this travel ashtray, cigar holder, and cutter that I've shown before on this channel. And I just put some snuff down in this small little compartment. And let me tell you about this. This is only for single use only. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It picked up a nice dusting of the snuff. And then you go again. Because within the nasal cavity, it's going to get a little moist. So to pick up even more. And then you just set that down, again, for single use only. Ah. And I'm clear. I'm clear. So, that was so cool, right? That's an elegant way to do it. And I have another little pinch of that because whatever blast did the Indian snuff makers, and see there's some more dusting. Ah, it's just lovely within the nose, and it actually just smells like gin and tonic, and it's a great pair. The cocktail, and it's going to be an even more better pair with this lovely GURKHA Ghost Spook, just in time for Halloween, right? And I have several of those, so I cannot wait to get to cutting and lighting that up. So yeah, these did really good. Just some super glue with the cork and the tops, and then there you go. And they're great to give to others. Let them keep it though, okay? Once you use it, you can keep it. Use it, you can keep it. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And this right here, they travel well. This is a bullet. And I have several kinds of snuff bullets, so I'll get into that. But this one that was advertised, let me tell you about it. They said this was a snuff bullet, but it really wasn't. I have no idea what they thought could happen because the top and the bottom part was left wide open. So if you put the snuff in here, how is it going to stay in if it's two openings? So what I did, your girl went on to, that's right, Miss BB, I went on to the hardware store and I said, do you have some corks, small corks? And they was like, sure, we do. Cork there. Cork there. Problem solved. So what's inside here? This Sapphire do-it-yourself bullet, because it wasn't what was advertised. I put some of the gin and tonic snuff in here. And I color coordinate as best I can so I can remember which snuff goes where when I travel with them. And there it is. What I'm sniffing on tonight. The Blast Indian Snuff in the Boquet gin and tonic. And they're great to travel with because you don't want to take this. You want to keep that. And you must refrigerate your snuff just like you take care of your cigars and other tobacco products. And the tobacco themselves, you got to take care of it. However you use the tobacco in whatever form. So these travel with me whenever I'm in the mood. Show you again. And even though this wasn't really a true snuff bullet, I made it into one, so it's unique and it's rare and I like that. When I went back to try and get some more, I didn't have any, so I did get 3 out of there. So yeah, the snuff gets refrigerated in a cool environment, and that's how you want to keep that. Even if you don't refrigerate it, keep it in a dark and cool environment. So I'm going to have a little bit more pinch of that. That is so good. And I just love the flow of how beautiful that bouquet of snuff is within the nose. It has the essences of gin and tonic, and then you have that beautiful finish on there with the tobacco. So they did an excellent job on this. This is really a great snuff to take. This is really a great snuff to take for definitely a cocktail vibe. I usually do not do the snuffs with the menthol flavor. I have a few, and this to me does not have the menthol vibe, but it does have a nice kick in there. So for all you people who are interested in the nasal snuff and that nicotine hit, it has a very nice kick that just opens and wakes you up. Not like Bugsy wakes you up, but a nice lift. And so I love that. And again, it pairs well with this tonic. Bombay Sapphire is just so smooth. So I'm going to enjoy the lighters. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful bouquet of snuff within my nose. And this one, you know, if you are curious, this snuff scent lasts probably for about 20 minutes, maybe 30, and it just depends on the bump that you take. And this method, the more elegant method, you know, I'm not getting as much going in, but if I'm very sure if I took the, like this is a snuff spoon. If I took this snuff spoon and I were to put some on my hand and do that, you could go for a bigger bump, so it probably will last you pretty good, maybe up to about 45 minutes or maybe even an hour. But that's a good thing when you don't want that all day scented snuff. You can do this kind of snuff that lasts for up to 45 minutes to an hour, and then you're refreshed to try something else if you want to, because there are many heavily scented snuff bouquets out there. But when I cut up this cigar, moving on to the cigar, I can't wait to come back and have more conversations beyond the cigar, behind the cigar, and all of that. It's just great to pair everything. And I thought that the gin and tonic would be great to pair with this particular cigar, the GURKHA Ghost Spook, because I want to have the beautiful essence of the cigar as well as have the beautiful essence of the snuff. And I think that just makes sense, right? Just beautiful in every way. So I can't wait to cut and light and come on back. So stick with me. I'm BB, Cigar Saint Sister, living the cigar lifestyle somewhere between Saint and Sinner. And I'm so glad that you are here with me this evening for Beyond the Cigar XO and more of that to come. Stay connected. And yeah, subscribe if you vibe. That was dope, right? No filter. Choices. You got it. Right here at Cigar Saint Sister. More to come, so stay connected, VIPs.